Hi, Ken from RoxyMusic.com. Thank you for joining me today. We have an exciting new release from JHS. We have the 424 gain stage. It's a drive pedal, it's a preamp, it's a tone shaper. It's really kind of become popular recently. An artist named McGee that has used it direct to kind of create some ethereal sounds, some gnarly sounds. Kind of going back to the 90s when I first got into recording. We would use these for demos, even try to get some lo-fi recording back before we even knew what we were doing. It was just so much fun to have something that you could record multi-track onto. So let's get into it and see what's in the box, see what we have here. So we got the pedal in the Portastudio gray. I don't know if you remember the old gray consoles. Looks like we have a gain 1, a gain 2, a volume, treble, bass, non-clicking switch, so it's instantaneous when you hit it, a balanced output, and a lift jack. Probably the inputs, outputs, and 9-volt power supply. Have a JHS sticker right here, and we got the manual. So let's see what the manual has to offer. See what the manual says. Okay. Get the right side. All right, so we've got on here, we've got the volume, which on the 424, the Portastudio, is kind of like the master output volume on the Portastudio. We have the gain 1, which is the trim knob. So if you come into the console, it's got the trim knob on it. Gain 2 would be the volume on the channel. You got a cut or a boost on the bass. Left is less, right is more. Treble, we got a cut and boost on treble. Left is less, right is more. Quarter inch XLR output. The cool thing about this, it looks like reading the manual, is the XLR output acts simultaneously to the quarter inch output, so you could theoretically go to an amp, go to the console direct, and see what you have with that. So in fact, I think we'll give that a shot and see what we have with that. Then you got power, requires 9 volt, measures 2.6 inches wide, 4.8 inches long, and 1.6 inches deep. So let's get it wired up and let's see what it sounds like. I'm gonna pick a Strat from back there, and I'm gonna run into a Blues Deluxe. I'm gonna kind of give you a dry signal. I'm not gonna put a lot of effects on it, so I'm not gonna put any effects on it. I am running into Logic. I just downloaded Logic for the first time. I've always been a Pro Tools guy, but I put Logic on my laptop, so it's here. So we're going into Logic. I'm going to keep it fairly dry. I'm going to try to not process it. I'm not the greatest guitar player in the world. I can play enough to get by, but I'll give you chords. I'll try to talk through what we're doing, try to let you hear the tone of the pedal. That's what we are highlighting, is not my playing. We're going to highlight the pedal itself and see what it does, see who it's for, and try to answer that question. Okay, so let me get set up and we'll see what we got. All right, I'm back. Got a Strat going into a Blues Deluxe. This is the sound of the Blues Deluxe without any pedal turned on. One thing interesting, I'm watching Logic's levels right now, and I'm seeing that even though it's coming through here, it's passing direct right into Logic, so no pedal on. It's bypassing through even still. So that's the sound. So just. All right, there you go. That's the dry sound of the Strat. So let's get into the sound of the pedal. Let's flip it on. See what we have. So we know that this is the trim. I know that this goes together. So you got to have some trim up. You got to have some volume. Let's leave those at 12 o'clock. Going straight. So this is coming through the amp. A little bit quiet. So let's go ahead and turn up the master volume so it's the same. Just a little bit. Okay. Give it a little bit more trim. See what we got. Kind of. This kind of creating that console effect where I've got the trim right. It's kind of leveled out now with the amp. Kind of going in like the old console, turn the trim up, turn the fader up, get some volume, master volume. So I could probably bring the master volume down and turn up the output volume and get a same kind of sound. So that is the sound coming out of the amp. Let's listen to the sound going direct into Logic. All right, so that's it. All right, so that's the sound. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see what the treble does. I'm going to give it a little bit of high, maybe cut some lows. Again, the amp. And direct. Let's go ahead and push the trim up. So we should start to get, I don't know if you remember in the old school in the Digi 001 days when that first came out, we were going digital. The Portastudio kind of had that same thing going on where if you hit the channel hard, it would start to overdrive it in kind of a nasty way. So let's see what it is. Here is the amp. Let's turn down the master volume a little bit, get that closer. Not too bad coming off the Blues Junior or the Blues Deluxe. So let's hear what it sounds like coming off of the direct signal. That's it. I'm going to push the gain 2 up a little bit. These go hand in hand. Let's pull the master down a little bit. So here's direct. Here's the amp. I'm going to go ahead and just crank the trim up. Let's see what we got. Got a lot of hum. Turn the volumes down. Master volume down. Okay, let's go to the bridge. That's the amp. Here's direct. Maybe that's really bright in here. Let me turn off, roll down a little treble. See what we got. Works pretty nice. Sounds, I don't know what it sounds like direct yet, but we'll see what it sounds like when we put it all together. But that is coming off the Blues Breaker. So that is the JHS 424 gain stage. It is a worthy contender as a drive pedal. Sounds pretty great. I think it works like all JH pedals. Does a fantastic job. I do like the instantaneous switches on that. I have it cranked up. So thank you for joining me. Check us out at roxymusic.com. We are a music store in LaPorte, Indiana, northwest corner by Lake Michigan. We've been serving musicians since 1939, so thanks for checking us out.